Right, students, we are on concrete building part 12 and atrium part 3. So you can see now I built out that framework that seems to set out at the front of the building, and I deepened the column, rectangular column there, and I deepened the rectangular beam here as well. So we've got that kind of framework set there. I'm not quite sure if there's glazing at the sides here, or whether that's actually filled in or not. For the moment, I'm just going to I'm going to put some glazing in there, but you could easily just make up a 450 solid piece of wall that would go up the whole way through there as well, and just cover in that area if that's what was necessary to do. Right, let's get into our ground finish floor level. Okay. And folks, a little bit of a warning here, because I get caught out with this myself as well. We have a ground level. That is the soil, the earth, the tarmac, the concrete. Okay, that's outside the building. And we have the ground finish floor level. Try not to get those two mixed up. And just be aware of the separation there. So you can see here where our glazing is. So in part 2 there, I showed you how to introduce the curtain wall panel empty into the project. So that's the one I'm going to use. So it's file. So it's architecture wall. And it is the curtain wall empty. That's the one that I want here. Right. So now I've got a bit of leeway here in terms of where I can go. So I'm going to maybe start around that point there. And I'll actually hit the space bar and flip that, come across. Now, again, you can see that my glazing is going to go from the ground finish floor level up to level 3. And so I'll put it in there. Again, it's all editable and adjustable. And then escape once. Okay, and we're going to do the same. Hit the space bar, flip that across there. I want these all obviously in the same area. Escape once, and we're back in here, and hit the flip bar again. Okay, there. And then we'll come over here, escape once, move it about 100 in there, flip there. So kind of the further back that this is, the more contrast it'll give in terms of the shadow and stuff like that. Gosh, where am I gone here? Here we go. Down here. In and flip it. No, wrong side. Okay, so escape once. Let's do that again. Yeah, there you go. Right. I want to leave enough room here. I'm going to just move with my arrow keys, move that out a little bit here, because I want to be able to get stuff in there. So let's take a look at that now. And okay, so you can see the glazing there. If I go into the south elevation, I can just grab this and move it down to the underside. All right, so we'll do that with each of our panes of glass here. I get to the 3D and make that one, move it to the underside here. I'm going to go back into the south elevation so I can get this right. Underside, that one, underside. Okay. Now, so there's my 3 main pieces of glazing. Again, I'd have that one there, then let's go to the underside there, and I'd have this one over here. Right, okay, so there's the first pieces of glazing. Let's take a look at the at our elevation drawing here. Okay, that's gone missing on me. Bear with me here 1 second while we find that. Just looking for the front elevation. That's it there. So we'll just bring that across here. Now, so you can see, if I zoom in there a little bit, the way this is organized. Okay. It's got a mullion running the whole way up here, and then it's split in the middle. And so the mullion running up this way and up that way is to accommodate that circular revolving door. So I'm going to put the revolving door in. I'm going to check something on the revolving door. I'm going to show you how we would do that. I want to know the width. I think it's 2 meters. I'm pretty sure that the revolving door is 2 meters. But let's go and have a look. File, open, family, and let's see where we can go and find these. So it's in my UK, and it's in I think it's curtain wall panels actually. It's where there it is, the revolving door. So let's open that, and it's not a bad family, but if you have to go and make it wider or whatever else, sometimes the geometry can go a little bit askew on you. So I'll go into the baseline here. And basically what I want to know is the width. So yeah, it's 2 meters. Okay, so that's fine. I'm going to load it into the project while we're there. Okay, and so escape. So I have it in my project. That's where I know it's there. Now, there's a little trick that you need to know about in order. It doesn't act as a door. You can see it. I pulled it from a curtain wall panel, right, folder. So not from the doors folder, it's from the curtain wall panel folder. So that should give you a hint straight away that this is not a standard kind of insert the door into the glass situation. It's quite different here. So I'm going to go back to my south elevation here. And here's the center panel now. So what I'm going up to is my curtain grid. Now the grids are really good because they you can see the temporary dimensions there, and so I'm going to divide this into thirds for starters, right? And I'm going to pick this one because this is the one that I want at 2 meters. Okay, but I want it centered as well. So what is that one? That's 950. So if I make this one 950, okay. Now I'm going to select that particular grid line, and then I'm just using my arrow keys here. Okay, so that was 4 clicks of the arrow key. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and I'll zoom in a little bit here. I'll do one there, and I will do one here. So I'm 1230 there, and I'm 1230 there. So if I make that one 2.5, okay, it doesn't like that. I've got too many points in there. 12, yeah, 1230, 1232.5. Okay, I'll make this one 1232.5. Okay, and of course it's moving it away. Okay, so that should be 1228.5. Okay, it should be 28. Getting there. Or are we? No, we're not. Ha! Okay, so you can see what I'm trying to do. I'm just trying to center this so that I get the mullion at in around 2 meters. Now, I'm just thinking as well that we're going to have a mullion thickness here of about 50, so it's probably well worthwhile actually just bringing that out to around that 248, 2050 is what I would do there. And let's do the curtain grid again, and this time we go on the vertical, so we want to split this in half. Okay, so it is split in half. That is split in half, and that's split in half when I'm there. I'll bring this across here again so you can take a look. So there's the half split. Now, so I want to take out that I want to take out that grid, okay? And this is how we do that. Select it, right? Select the grid and go add remove segments. Select that one and go delete. Yeah, okay. So that's that one. That's tricky enough to do. On my, so I want to know how high this is now. And even if I put the revolving door in here now, it'll actually go the whole way up. So I'm thinking that that revolving door is in around 2.4 or something like that. So here's my curtain grid. No, 3. We'll make it 3 meters, okay? Now I need to get rid of these lines here. So select it, add remove sections, select that one and it's gone, right? I didn't even have to hit delete. Same again. Select it, add remove segments, pick it, and it should go as well. All right. Now, so what I've done there is that I have one sheet of glass and I've broken it up into sections. So if I use my tab here, look, so tab, there's a panel, right? Good. So using your tab, you tab through the various different elements that are connected together until you find that particular panel. Now, when you found that, right, what we're going to do is go over to here, hit the drop-down box, and we're going to look for our revolving door. There it is there, because if you remember, I loaded it into the project, and there we go. Okay, there's my revolving door. Now what I can do with my grid lines here is I can add in mullions, and I want to use the standard rectangular mullion of yeah, this is quite tall, so I'm going to use the 50 by 150 here, and all I got to do is now pick those grid lines, right? And you will see that the mullions are up and in. Also pick on the bottom and the sides as well. Okay, so wherever there's a grid line, put that in, and down the bottom down there as well. Okay, so let's hit escape. Let's go into our 3D where we can see this, I think, a little bit easier. There you go. Now there's your glazing in. I'm just going to tab in here again. Watch this now. So tab, that's a mullion. Tab, there's the pane of glass. I'm going to pick that because I want to go into the edit type properties here, and it's got clear. So I'm going to make this. I'm going to do a little change out here. So A, B, C, D, E, F, G, glass, right. Do that one now. So I've added a little bit of blue in here to that. That's for shading mode, but in the surface pattern, I'm going to put a solid fill in here. And I'm going to put a really nice light blue. I think it's this one here that worked quite well. Yeah. So I'm going something like that. So it's kind of putting a tint in there. This might not work in terms of the 3D, but it certainly will work in the elevation. Let's take a look at that. Okay. Now, to the south elevation. And you can see now I get that nice little tint of blue in there as well on that. Some people like that, have that gray. I kind of like that kind of light blue. You saw how I can just actually can make that even more opaque if that's what you want to do there as well. So that's how we would create that. Now it's going to be the same process again, where you're going to put in a sheet of glass all the way up here, right? And then you will go in and according to this one here, there's just one break in the middle across there, and that will more or less finish out your atrium. When we put a section through this, Again, maybe I couldn't get that glass to just have a little shading in the 3D. You might be able to do something like that. I think there, yeah, there is a light shading of the blue in there, so or just make it stand out a little bit better. I'll do the side as well. I'm going to do the side as well. When we put a section through that, we can examine that kind of detail in terms of the support of the roof. But that's basically how we're going to finish off our atrium, like so. Okay.